You know, we're at the midpoint now in a series of 5 videos that we're making all about how much money you might need to retire. And I've had to employ a stooge for this one. Sarah, welcome. In the first video, we spoke about how you would start by planning how much money you would need for retirement. And that all came down to budgeting. And that was really important. You're going to see why in this video. The second one was taking data from many places around the world to look at actually how much money people have already got saved for their retirement or in retirement, so that you could gauge yourself against where they are with theirs and whether you're above or below. This one, we're going to be talking about, okay, you're in retirement, you thought you needed this much, but is there any techniques you can employ that would actually reduce how much money you'd need? After we've done this, next video, I'm going to be talking about some of the most common drawdown strategies, and then after that, one of the least common, one that I only found a short time ago, which actually changed my whole thinking about drawdown in retirement. Can't wait to get to that video. So don't like saying it's so early on in videos, but if you want to see the next 2 videos in this series, make sure you click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get notified when we release those videos. So Sarah's here today, not as Sarah, you're here really, I would say, as a person who's worked out their budget while they're working. Okay. You've got all of your numbers. We got a laptop down here with all the numbers on. And we're going to talk about what she's budgeted today and what she's budgeted for her future. And then what we can employ to actually make things a lot better for her than we thought possible. We're going to break this down into 3 areas, which are fixed costs, variable, and discretionary. I've put up the fixed, variable, discretionary costs. So under fixed, you've got your mortgage, which, as I say, that may change when you go to a new mortgage product and that goes up or down, but generally you can rely on it every month. Council tax. If you're elsewhere in the world, that will be, what would it be in the US?
Homeowners fees.
Homeowner fees. So the things you got to pay every month for that.
Fees.
Car payment, that's if you've got a car and you're paying for it every month on a rental agreement or what they call it, lease agreement, something like that. Cleaner, water bill, your gym membership, Netflix. Everyone needs a Netflix, Sarah. TV subscriptions, that's things like cable TV. Elsewhere in the world, in the UK, would be something like Sky TV or Virgin TV, having a gardener. Insurances, like life insurance, anything else you can think of?
Car insurance, house
insurance. Yeah, house insurance. Any insurances all roll up into there. Internet, which is actually a requirement in this day and age. And I've got right in the bottom there, you might not be able to see, is Amazon Prime. Again, very important. Under variable costs, groceries, car fuel, electric and gas, clothes, going to see sports. So if you're a fan of a team, you go and see them every week or every month. Train to work, well-being. So don't know what that is really. You know what that is. Yep. And maintenance on your home and on your car. So these are variable. Like you need groceries, but it may be different every month.
Definitely need electric and gas.
But that flexes.
But it's very different every month.
Then discretionary. Things like your vacation, going on holiday, eating out, takeaways, going to concerts, theatres, gambling even. You've got your mortgage, $900 a month, council tax $250. Let's see, anything unusual here. So you've got your gym membership for $45. What's that all about, Sarah?
Well, but I do go to the gym two times a week.
Okay, all right, so you're getting use out of it. Netflix, are you watching a lot on Netflix?
Yeah.
You got a gardener?
Gardener, I hate gardening.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's right. I know exactly how you feel. So $800 on groceries. Talk to me about your groceries.
Yeah, it does seem a bit high, doesn't it now? But I like to cook and I do my own lunches already when I take to work. Okay, high. This is all in British pounds, by the way. You might be watching this going, $800 a month, but she does include a few beers and wine.
Yeah, exactly. She eats and drinks a lot. Car fuel $250, gas electric, clothes $100. Why?
Because at work you've got to look nice and people do spot whether you're wearing the same thing
And also,
all the time.
this budget is for a couple. This isn't just Sarah.
But that clothes probably was, to be fair.
Yeah, because you can see I don't necessarily change my clothes a lot. I've had this now for about 3 years. So sports going to see your local. Who would that team be, Sarah, back then?
Wow. Back then would have been Swindon Town.
Swindon Town FC.
That doesn't mean I don't like Swindon Town anymore, but I do support.
Well, you're not in the UK anymore, so that kind of scuppers that one. But yeah, Swindon Town, I'm sure.
And also we did NFL. When they came to London.
Yeah, NFL. When we used to go to MLB and we did all the acronyms. Train, that's going to work, I guess.
Yeah.
Well-being, right, what's this well-being? 100 quid.
Getting your hair done, getting your nails done, all your beauty treatments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to have to talk, we'll talk about this off air, all right? And then maintenance of what?
Maintenance for, car.
Yeah.
Maintenance and house maintenance.
Okay.
Just a bit of a buffer.
So vacation, 200. So you're going on vacation every month?
No, you need to save for vacation every month, so it's a pot.
So you build into that's 2,400 quid a year on vacation, 500 quid on eating out.
No. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If you're working all week, treat yourselves weekends. And you're
treating yourself with takeaways and concerts, and theatre. Yeah. Gambling, what's this all about, Sarah?
Gambling, a pot for, we enjoy going to Vegas, and that was our gambling pot every month. So
okay, fair
so
enough.
We got there and we had some money to spend.
She had some, you build that up, and you can be gambling in Vegas if you build up $600. But yeah, maybe 10, 11 minutes. It's you really do get a lot of utility out of that. Okay, so this here you're looking at is the working budget for a couple. It's not Sarah, so don't accuse Sarah in the comments of going to Vegas, waste it. This isn't Sarah. This is a random person, an average person who's got vices, but they've also got things that they're also gym bunnies as well. If you look back at the video where I spoke about budgeting, I said you create budget for today, because if you don't know what you're spending today, how are you going to know how much you're going to need in retirement? Say if you're getting a calculator out, all of this comes to over here. This is 2,000 a month. The variable costs are also 2,000 a month, and the discretionary are 1,000. So that's £5,000 a month, which is a lot. And if I was to think about the 4% rule, I haven't got this number in my head, so I'll have to do it quickly. 5,000 a month, 50, 60,000. That, I think you need 1.5 million.
Yeah.
1.5 million you would need to have saved to live this kind of champagne lifestyle that Champagne Charlie is spending here, right? So we're now going to move on into what Sarah thinks her budget will be in retirement. But don't worry, don't switch off now going, oh right, I understand. No, there's a rider that you're going to see to this where you're going to see that, things are a bit more interesting than I thought. Right, so now this is your retirement budget. So in the fixed cost area, what's going to change? Anything there going to change for you in retirement?
Yeah, my mortgage is going to go.
Oh, okay. So it's just
pay off my mortgage.
Gone. Look at that. Let's put a line through that. That is that's the dream.
Yes.
You've got rid of your mortgage. You own your home outright. You can do in there whatever you want now, within reason and with planning permission. Anything else?
Yeah, my car payment.
Why is that?
Off.
Why is that?
Because I've decided in my retirement I'm going to keep the car.
How long for?
10 years.
10 years? Maybe 15?
Maybe 15.
That's because she watched last week's video. Did you watch last week's video? Anything else we're getting rid of there?
Not in fixed, no.
Okay. So let's move on to variable. What are we changing in variable?
Car fuel is going to go down. I'm estimating 150 now for car fuel, because I'm not driving in from the station every day and using that for work.
So that's gone down to 150. Okay. Anything else?
Sadly, the electric and gas is going to go up because I'm at home more.
Note what I've done here, everybody. So I've done a down arrow if it's gone down. I'll put it in red if it's gone up. Now you would say, what would have been a really clever idea, Neil, is rather than down arrow, why don't you do when it goes down? Green. You need a green pen for that, wouldn't you? And I haven't got a green pen. So I'm going to do its down arrow. Any other changes?
Well, the train can go because I'm not commuting anymore.
That's good. This is looking good. I like it. Anything else?
Well-being, I think I'm going to chop that in half.
Right. Why is that? You're not going to look after yourself?
I'm going to look after myself, but I don't think I need my nails done every 2 weeks.
Hallelujah.
And I don't think I need my hair cut as often.
Hallelujah.
House repairs.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that will be, I think, 200.
Okay. Right, so a lot's gone down so far. A couple of bits have gone up, but they make logical sense. You're thinking about what retirement will feel like. What about discretionary?
So eating out, for sure. I can cut that down to 270.
270. Well, you've done some very specific maths there, Sarah. Yeah. 270. Very interested to see.
Yeah, well, you see, because I'm retired, I can make use more of the lunch offers and, vouchers and things like that. Because you don't have to go out at the peak times. So
got it. All retirement lunches, like it. Yeah. Anything else?
I think the gambling can go.
Why's that?
Because I'm not going to go to Vegas as much. I want to travel more around the world.
So what we've got here then is your new budget as a retiree. So this is Sarah and her partner, which I guess is me in this example, although this isn't us. Don't say this isn't us. But this is the retired budget. And what we're looking at here is under fixed costs, that comes to £650. Under the variable costs, that's £1,630. And discretionary, we're at £720. That gives a total of, you know it, Sarah. She doesn't. No, she doesn't. 3,000. Yeah. And I think that's still on the high side, to be honest. That'd be interesting, actually, if any of you have gone through this example yourself. Are you at £3,000 a month, or are you lower than that, or are you higher? I'm guessing most people will be lower, certainly viewers of our channel. But if you needed £3,000 a month in retirement, that would be £36,000 a year, which is £900,000 you would need saved into your retirement pot. Now, I know you're all going to be crying into your glasses of gin and tonic at this point.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's water. You're going to be crying, 900 grand, how am I going to do that? Well, remember, you need to watch the next 2 videos, because I'm going to show you that life might be better than you could ever imagine for a lot less. But let's say that Sarah's heard this. She's looking at this and going, that's horrific, but what if things go a little bit wrong? This is something that used to really trouble me before we retired. I used to think, what if something goes wrong, maybe in our investments, and I need to drop below that by £10 or £20? Does that mean that basically we're going to be destitute in retirement? Mm-hmm. That was a massive, I can't tell you how big a fear that was for me. That was the top one. Mm-hmm. And I would constantly be going out to people on YouTube, as people do to us, saying, how much money have you got to retire? Because I want to know whether I can do the same thing. It's not about knowing how much other people have got. It's about knowing what the tools that you can implement and strategies you can use to make it better for yourself. So let's say now Sarah's thought about this and is now planning for a bad year. Mm-hmm. So this is an average year. This is a standard year in retirement. What is she going to do in a bad year? So this is now Sarah keeping things a little bit tight. One thing you will have noticed is I've changed these two to blue, because this is now normal. This is the normal retirement budget. We're going to see where Sarah can flex. Let's start with fixed costs, Sarah. What have you got?
Well, cleaner. I kept the cleaner on just because I like to have my house clean, but actually now I don't need the cleaner. And the gym membership. I haven't been going in retirement because I've been out walking. I don't need it anymore.
Okay, so that's gone as well.
I've got other ways to keep fit.
I like it.
You can use YouTube videos.
Yeah, that's true. That's good.
Don't need it. TV subscription.
What about Netflix?
I enjoy my Netflix.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I guess if it's a tough year, you want that little bit
Still want a bit of home, and you want to be able to
feel hedgy.
Yeah. Sit down and enjoy films. So the TV sub can go. I've got Netflix to keep me occupied, and also I don't tend to watch much daytime TV.
Yeah, and as I recollect when you were telling me earlier, you only watch the main 4 free channels. You're not using all the other channels, are you? Do you remember you telling me that earlier?
Yeah, I remember telling you earlier that I only watched 4 main channels anyway.
See
I don't need.
See the professional is here. You know what I mean? Okay, anything else?
Gardener. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do my own gardening.
There's a plus to that,
there's a plus there because of the gym.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, you know, how fit it can keep you.
Yeah.
Gardening. Doing a bit of weeding. Oof,
Oh.
crikey. Amazon Prime. Well, had Amazon Prime in the first place because needed things the next day. Always in a rush. That's the thing, isn't it? We always think we need it. So you've made a big impact in the fixed costs here. I love your work here, Sarah. What about under the variable costs? Under variable costs, groceries, I'm knocking down to 600. I've discovered that I don't have to always go for the top brands.
Yeah, so you can go for the brands of the supermarket. Yeah. They tend to have in the UK.
Levels, so.
Is this the same everywhere else in the world? But in the UK, you've got the big brands, and then you've got Sainsbury's, for example, but they got their like premium brand, then they got their cheap brand. I remember you used to be able to buy.
Medium one as well, and then a basic one.
There was this big thing in the UK many years ago where you could get a tin of beans for 6p. Not anymore. But you're going to drop down to cheaper levels of brands.
So I'm not too pressure, and also I'm buying more healthier stuff. So actually more fruit and veg. It's cheaper.
What else?
Clothes.
Yeah, what about your clothes?
So I've realised I've got loads of clothes.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a strip out and I don't need to buy any more.
Right. So Sarah's going to strip.
I'm not going to strip off.
Hence, she doesn't need any more clothes. Okay. All right.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. No, I need some clothes. So £40.
Oh, okay. You said you didn't need any more. So you're not totally stripping. Okay. Down to 40 quid. Lovely.
Not that.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, no, the sports have gone, train's gone, well-being, 50, I'm not going lower than that, and maintenance, still the same.
Okay. What about discretionary? You're dropping your vacation down again? What?
No, I'm putting it up. I'm increasing that to 300.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I've cut everything down, and I think then I'm going to want to have a big holiday and a small holiday, so I want to use some of that fund to go into.
So you're actually increasing your time vacationing?
Yes.
Okay, well that's probably that's a good learning here. I think if you're going to cut back, because these are in tough times, you got to reward yourself, I guess. So 2 holidays, a smaller holiday and a big. So your small holiday, you're saving about 2,400 for that.
Yeah.
And your big holiday, you're saving another 1,200 for that. Now, it might not sound like a lot of money to you for a holiday, but Sarah and I, if you don't know who we are, we retired early, nearly 4 years ago, and sold everything we own to travel the world for 10 years. And one thing we've learned since doing that is travel doesn't have to be expensive. So it can be a lot cheaper. And if you want to know more about that, head over to our sister channel, To Go Rome Travels. Anything else here, Sarah?
I am not going to eat out as much.
Okay.
So I want to take that down to 150.
Okay.
And while you're at it, takeaways down to 50 as well.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to eat healthier,
So that looks like what you're saying is you're going to eat out every other week, and maybe a takeaway every other week.
Yeah.
So there's a little reward there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the theatre's going to have to go.
Okay. Cool. So it's gone. Theatre's gone.
I'm keeping concerts in because that is a big hobby.
Rewards the soul.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? Music rewards the soul.
So I would rather travel and go and see gigs and things like that rather than go to a local theatre.
So I said before we went through this one, this is if things get tight. But actually, what you could do, maybe, is you could alternate your years. You could say, year 1 will be the previous model, year 2 will be this, and flip between them every year, or 2 years here, 2 years here, and flip. Also, you've got to remember there is this thing of seasons of retirement. You have your go-go years, your slow-go years, and your no-go years. This might be in your go-go years that you're doing this and doing this flex, or it might be the previous example will be your go-go years. This is your slow-go years, and then your no-go years. You're not going to be going to concerts. You're probably not going to be eating out because you're 80 years old. You're not going to be wanting to go on vacation, and then all of these budgets reduces down. So this here, what this adds up to is basically 410 on the fixed costs, 1290 on the variable, and 600 on the discretionary, which is a total of 2,300, which would mean you would need to save in your pot 690,000. So still a substantial amount of money if you're working on the 4% rule. But as I've been saying throughout this, I've been teasing, because in 2 videos time, remember, I'm going to be showing you something, a drawdown model that isn't really known of. Next week, I'm going to talk about some of the general drawdown models that people speak about, going beyond the 4% rule, because the 690,000 or 900,000 or 1.5 million that I spoke about is all related to the 4% rule. There are other ways of looking at it. Talk about that next time. And then the one after that, this is the thing you'll look at and go, wow, I can retire sooner than I ever thought. If you want to see that, remember, you've got to click on the subscribe and ring that little bell so you know when we've got those future videos coming out. Really hope...
Give us a thumbs up if you've liked what we've done.
Yeah, really hope you've enjoyed this. Have you enjoyed us two messing about on camera with a whiteboard? Or do you prefer me when I'm out walking, chatting to the camera about financial theories and philosophies and that? Or do you like them both? Let us know in the comments below. Our dream is world travel. What's yours?